The ocean, the largest migratory expanse on Earth, and home to some of the largest and most breathtaking creatures known to man. Home to literally hundreds of thousands of species, more is known about the dark side of the moon than the ocean floor itself, and more is known about Mars than the habitats of sperm whales. Hello, welcome, I'm SimUK, and this is my review of Beyond Blue. Now, if you were hoping that this game was going to be a suitable successor to Endless Ocean, then unfortunately, I think you're going to be a little disappointed. That being said, Beyond Blue is an extremely detailed and rewarding game in its own right.
Red light must mean a serious alert.
Yeah, dead battery.
Whoa, octopus. I think it went in that cave. I'd like to go in that cave.
Beyond Blue is a pragmatic, linear diving exploration experience. Your job is going to be to track, record, and learn about a pod of sperm whales. You play the main protagonist, Dr. Mirai Soto, and with your team consisting of Andre and Arena, you will live stream your dives to an intrigued and ever-growing audience, but the interactions between them and the relevance of them is somewhat ignored.
Our mommy whale has delivered. Everyone say hi to her beautiful 1-ton baby girl.
Is she okay? Right.
Shh, she's nursing. I just wish all of you could be here for 1 second. Amazing. That is the end of our stream. Like, share, comment. Remember, we need you. All of us down here.
You will start out by exploring shallower waters, and your narrative-driven storyline will progressively encourage you to venture deeper to identify the source of noise pollution which is disturbing your family of sperm whales. As each dive gets progressively deeper, you will eventually reach the Midnight Zone and the ocean floor itself, where you can witness the impact of man, the dangers of the deep, and the wonders within.
That gave me a chill.
Each day will basically consist of you swimming to the tracker buoy, tracking some audio sounds of creatures which are nearby, swimming over to them and scanning them in a variety of ways. Then you will simply swim back to the buoy and repeat the process, and this can happen 2 to 3 times for each day. Along the way you might encounter a few unexpected creatures and unexpected experiences, but the vast majority of your time will definitely be scanning and discussing the sperm whale family themselves.
Will I be able to get the data off that sensor while I'm picking it up?
No, it goes to sleep when the power is low to preserve the data.
Whoa! Did you see that?
Shame that wasn't on the live stream.
Have you seen one do that before?
Never.
The graphics in Beyond Blue are of an extremely high standard and at times can be absolutely breathtaking. Each day will begin inside of the sub, which is quite well represented within the game, but really lacks any kind of significant interaction. The ocean can look a little bland at times, but there certainly are areas where it looks fantastic. The coral reefs and basically most of the environments are extremely well represented, and visually it is easy for you to become transformed. But it is the sea life creatures themselves which are especially well animated. They are so unbelievably realistic. Undeniably, the vast majority of the sea life creatures you'll encounter are impressively detailed, and as this is the core feature of the game, they have achieved that particular goal with flying colours.
Hey guys, can I take a turn?
Well, you don't see that every day. At least I don't.
Frankly, neither do I.
Personally though, I would have liked to have seen some more realism included in Beyond Blue. there is a significant and noticeable lack of depth to Beyond Blue's gameplay. There's no equipment to manage or air supply to consider whilst you're diving. Instead, they have opted to enlist a fictional rebreather application which removes any chance of running out of air. Now, whilst this must have been a very early design decision to remove any threats within the game, I do feel that the inclusion of them, to some degree at least, would have added to the immersion, the visuals, and indeed the overall gameplay experience. There are a lot of music tracks included with Beyond Blue, but when you're in the water and swimming around, the music just feels more solemn than immersive. Audio overall is average in Beyond Blue. It's not bad, it's just not noticeably good.
Hey, it's Ren. Leave a message at the beep. Is there actually a beep?
Hey, Ren, why's your phone off? You said this was a good time to call. Ignore that. Someone was messing with my whales today. I was just hoping I could vent to you a little.
The voice actors are very professional, as you would expect. Sadly, though, I found the scripts to be pretty shallow, and the attempts to entice you to gravitate towards some sort of emotional attachment with the characters themselves just fell short. For me, there were far too many lengthy discussions about background stories which have no place or relevance to the main storyline, and as such, they became quite tedious.
Hey, did you show Nana my live stream tonight?
School's great, thanks for asking.
So the game doesn't really have any customization options at all, with the exception of music tracks whilst you're on the sub. The default controls in Beyond Blue are intuitive, easy to learn, and effective. Using an Xbox 360 controller, I had no need or desire to rebind anything. It all just worked very well. And that's pretty fortunate, because other than some fine adjustment options, there are no keybind options available in this game at all. The camera was a little bit less than perfect. The ability to look down, which is something you'll need to do for about 50% of your gameplay time, is hampered somewhat by the camera, and as such, a lot of the time, your face will be bouncing off the sea floor.
I found the underweight orca.
If you can easily collect a sample, we might as well screen him for toxins and pathogens.
There is just one single, linear, single-player campaign, and no matter how many times you play it, it will always be pretty much the very same experience. That's not great for replayability, but the experience itself is a pretty good one.
Okay, this dive just keeps getting stranger. How hot did you say that water typically is in a live vent?
Is that a joke?
No joke. Well, we're down one drone, but discovered an unmapped vent system.
Mirai, this is great. I truly believe that these systems are the key to understanding the origins of life. Thank you so much for doing the dive under these conditions.
I know we're giving me the silent treatment, but I think I just discovered a new species of octopus.
Not sure I can confirm that with just one scan.
Sorry, didn't copy that.
Actually, that might be the answer.
What?
To why the drone died.
We were talking about the origins of life.
My mind won't stop if it can't fit all the pieces together. The mapping drone may have cruised too close to the vent. It's got more delicate equipment on its underside that are not rated for anything close to that temperature.
You sound almost pleased.
Well, it's better to know the flaws so you can fix them.
So for £15, I really do think this is good value for money. Diving into the ocean and witnessing some of the most amazing displays of nature really does get you thinking about the ocean and the creatures within it, both big and small. The plethora of BBC and other documentary snippets reinforce the narrative that the ocean is a vast and wondrous place of which we know very little. Most certainly Beyond Blue could do more. There is a lot of ocean out there, and in Beyond Blue, whilst at times it is absolutely mesmerising, we do only get to see a small slice of it.
Whoa!
Animations of you leaving the ship would be a nice addition. More in-depth diving experience, and Beyond Blue really could benefit as well as a game if it were to consider including some aspects that were found within the Endless Ocean series. Equipment management and upgrades in order to reach deeper sections of the sea, inherent dangers of diving and unexpected sea life behaviours and weather, the inclusion of multiple dive locations, all entwined with mini-games and quests, the ability to explore sunken ships and perhaps discovering some treasures. These are the things that made Endless Ocean an absolute masterpiece. And Endless Ocean players would most likely have been hoping for an experience similar to that within Beyond Blue. I think including some of those features really would elongate and enhance what is a fairly short and tranquil or uneventful diving experience overall. But it's fair to point out that Beyond Blue is far less of a game and far more of an experience. And it's a truly wonderful experience, at times an experience which can really get you thinking and wow you.
Oh, wow. Glad we didn't miss this.
Beautiful.
Yeah, they must have been hunting down past the rift.
I think we found our spot for our first deep dive.
Mirai, check out that one closest to you. What's that on its skin?
Not sure I can catch them. They're headed to the surface. Might just be a scrape from a ship strike.
Yeah, let's hope that's all it is.
Let's end it here.
Beyond Blue is beautiful, and what it set out to achieve, I believe it has achieved extremely well. This is a really great game, and I hope and pray that with DLCs and maybe even a Beyond Blue 2 game in the future, this could evolve and become something far more engaging. If you would like to see the entire gameplay experience, which took about 4 hours to complete, you can see that on my channel and I'll put a link to it here. Thank you so much for watching. My name's Tim UK. Please hit that like button, and if you want to see more, do subscribe. Till next time, take care. Goodbye for now.
Are you kidding me?
Describe